Yo, YouTube, it's your boy Philo B. I am Philo, and I'm coming to you again with another NBA 2K21 player build. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and let's jump straight into the video. The NBA player that I'm going to be trying to replicate today is a hard one. The reason why I say it's a hard one is because this man is good at so much stuff, but you guys know that in 2K you can really only be good at two things. And on a side note, does anybody else feel like every year 2K is starting to dumb down what we can do? And by that I mean every year it seems like our player is better at less things than he was the previous year. So, you know, I'm one of the ones that's hoping with next gen they give us these custom pie charts so we can go crazy with these builds. The player we're going to be trying to make today is Nikola Jokic. Remember, this is all strictly preference. If you see something better, be sure to let me know in the comment section and we'll jump right into it. The position we're going to go with is center, the hand right, the jersey number 15, and moving on to the pie chart. I struggled trying to figure out which pie chart would replicate him best, but I ultimately decided to go with the one that's half shooting and half playmaking. For the physicals, with him being a center build, I'm going to give him the fastest pie chart because I'm going to put a little bit of speed on him. Now the stats. As I said, it's hard to replicate these stats because Nikola Jokic is good at so much stuff. So I had to sacrifice some things in order to get some things that you guys might not agree with, but I'll tell you why during the course of the video. So for his finishing, we're going to max out his drive and dunk and give him a little bit of a 52. And then we're going to max out his post hook of 73, and we're going to leave that right there. Moving on to the shooting, we're going to max out the mid-range, the three-pointer. We're going to put the free throw up to about a 71. Then we're going to max out his post fade. Moving on to playmaking, going to max out passing accuracy, ball handle, and we're going to give him that 88 post moves. Moving on to defending, we're going to max out the defensive rebound, put that offensive rebound up to about a 52. Gonna max out his block completely at a 75. Not gonna touch his steal. Gonna put his lateral quickness up to a 49. We won't touch his perimeter defense because this player is gonna be massive for one, and then for two, you really won't even need that because it's rare that you'll be just sitting out there trying to guard someone off of screens. And we're gonna use the last little bit to max out that interior defense. Moving on to his body shape. Now we all know that your boy Nikola Jokic is on the heavy side. I want to go burly. I truly do. I want to go burly. But I won't go burly in this instance because I'm going to give him his official listed weight, and he already does have some size to him with his weight, and burly is just going to make this man look like a behemoth. So I'm going to go with build for his height. For the longest, 2K has not been able to get Nikola Jokic's height right. I personally played my team, and last year they had a Nikola Jokic at the start of the year that was listed at 6'11", and then they released one that was 7 foot, and then the last one they released dropped back down to 6'11". So 2K has been all over the place with his height for years, but I'm gonna go 6'11". The reason I did that is because it gives you a slight boost to the stats, and it'll give us what we're looking for. For his weight, we're gonna give him his listed weight of 284 pounds. Moving on to the wingspan. I decided to drop his wingspan down just one tick, and if you do that, you'll have 73 post hook, 78 mid-range, 75 three-pointer, 83 post fade, which is good enough, and a 85 post moves with a 78 defensive rebound. Now looking at that 75 three-pointer, 78 mid-range, you might say that that's a little low, but I'm gonna show you why it isn't in just a second. As far as the takeovers, takeover is strictly preference. I tell you guys that all the time. Some of you might go with sharpshooting, but I'm gonna throw in a double whammy and I'm gonna pick playmaking. The reason why I pick playmaking is because with this 3-level scorer build and the badges that I'm about to show you, I honestly see no reason why the offense cannot run through this player. I feel like if you know what you're doing, then there's no reason why you can't run offense through this player. I personally use a secondary ball handler as my main build, and when I run rec with my guys, the offense normally always runs through me. Our point guards pretty much play, you know, off the screen, or they free themselves up to create their own shot. looking at the badges, you're gonna get 19 shooting and 23 playmaking, right? So I understand that that's a 78 mid-range and a 75 3-ball, but you get 19 shooting badges. And then if you look at it, your shooting is Hall of Fame and your playmaking is Hall of Fame, right? So let's jump into those badges. For him, I'm gonna give him bronze fancy footwork, because we've all seen what Nikola Jokic look like out there when he's moving, and I think that plays further into his playmaking ability and his ability to create for others. So I'm gonna go fancy footwork. For his shooting, nothing but Hall of Fame badges, right? So I gotta give my man Hall of Fame range. Gotta give it to him. Gotta give him Hall of Fame hot zone hunter. I'm gonna give him gold catch and shoot. I'm gonna give him Hall of Fame flexible. And for my last little bit, I'm gonna give him Hall of Fame deep fades just to troll. Moving on to his playmaking. I love Hall of Fame floor general. It's just something about being able to give my teammates that boost on offense that gets me going. That personally was one of my favorite badges last year, and I typically don't like to run builds that don't at least have Hall of Fame floor general or Hall of Fame defensive leader, if not both. So I'm gonna give him Hall of Fame floor general. I'm gonna give him Hall of Fame quick first step, believe it or not. I'm gonna give him Hall of Fame space creator. I definitely have to give him Hall of Fame unpluckable just to give it to him a little bit. And hell, I'll even give him Hall of Fame tight handles, and then I'll throw my last 3 on post spin technician. Moving on to the defense. I could either go 2 golds or 3 silvers. In this instance, I'm gonna go with the silvers just so I can stretch it a little bit more. So I'm gonna give him silver pogo. I'll give him silver rebound chaser, and I'll give him silver post move lockdown. As I've said before, these badges are strictly preference. I know what you guys are saying. You know, hey, this badge might work better, or this might be a better build, but like I said, it's strictly preference. And now that I think about it, I'm gonna take it off of post move lockdown and I'm gonna put it on intimidator, just because I'm a sucker for intimidator. Now I want you guys to think back, right? Think about that 78 mid-range, and then I want you guys to think about that 75 3-ball, right? You have 19 Hall of Fame badges, right? And then on top of that, you have Hall of Fame playmaking. This build is gonna go crazy. There's no reason why the offense cannot run through this build. Once again, this is all strictly preference. I hope you guys like the build. If you see something better, be sure to let me know down in the comment section. Peace.